Good evening, everyone. It is July 4th, 2024. Almost said 2023. Oh my goodness. Um, let's see, what time is it? It is 10:36 at night. My tablet just went off. Okay. What I've got for you for this video is while I was looking at the Kirk Cameron and a whole bunch of other videos that talked about celebrities leaving California, like an exodus, um, I found an article, and I think I'm supposed to watch something about Kennedy, and this has to be a coincidence that I just happened to run across this, but it says, this article on Wonderwall says, big names react to presidential candidates' admission worm was once found in his brain. Okay. But get how it got there. Okay. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who's running for president as an independent candidate, claimed in a 2012 deposition that a worm ate part of his brain before dying inside his head. The New York Times reported. The stunning claim came during a divorce proceeding, and the politician acknowledged that the situation gave him cognitive problems. In the same proceeding, RFK Jr. said he suffered from mercury poisoning after eating too much tuna. I have short-term memory loss, and I have longer-term memory loss that affects me, he said, according to the New York Times. Initially, doctors thought RFK Jr. had a brain tumor, but they later attributed his mental state to severe brain fog after the parasite was discovered, called neurocystic cirrhosis. The condition usually occurs from eating uncooked pork. After the bizarre report, several celebrities reacted with astonishment and ridicule on social media. Okay, then it says, click through to see what's being said about RFK Jr.'s situation. More. I think this might be a link. Follow Wonderwall on MSN for more fun celebrity and entertainment photo galleries and content. Okay, I'm just gonna put my little 2 cents in here. Okay, I promise you, I think that it'll be good. There's more to this article, but I want to say this before I forget. The Kennedys are too smart for this. Okay? I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always pictured the Kennedys as being very, how do I want to put it? Sophisticated and very intelligent, and you know, stuff like that. There is no way that if he ate uncooked pork, he was probably forced to eat uncooked pork. There's no way that he would eat uncooked pork without somebody either telling him to do it, or forcing him to do it, or talking him into doing it, or something. That just blows my mind that a Kennedy would eat uncooked pork. And how in the world could you get, a little literal worm that eats your brain? There's a movie for you right there. Okay, okay, so some more of the article. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who's running for president as an independent candidate, claimed in a 2012 deposition that a worm ate part of his brain before dying inside of his head. Oh, I already read that. Okay. Oops. I think I really nice. Okay. And at Bobby Kennedy had a dead worm in his brain. We're living a fever dream, right out of the National Enquirer. Bette Midler. Bette Midler said that. And hashtag Bobby Kennedy had a dead worm in his brain. Okay, and then Bette Midler wrote the same thing again. Or tweeted the same thing, or X'd the same thing. John Cryer. Well, at least the worm recovered. I'm glad for that. He said the worm died. Okay. It's a challenge to not think of a well-fed worm in his brain. Maya Farrow. Or Mia Farrow. What in the world? I'm not even sure it's scientifically possible to make a joke about RFK's brain worm. That would be funnier than the fact that RFK literally had a brain worm. Michael Ian Black. The fact that a brainworm starved to death on RFK Jr.'s brain is a joke that writes itself. We really are stuck in a South Park episode. Jeremy London. Biden is too old. Trump is too everything. And now RFK has a worm brain. Help us all. Those are the candidates. Colin Cowherd. Okay, I think that might be all for that article. But yeah, I know. Like, how can you get a brain worm from eating raw pork? You would think that you would just get like sick or something, not like get a literal worm in your brain. This is. There are no words. To quote Chandler from Friends, there are no words. Except in this way, it's not necessarily good. It's like, what is really going on? There are no words, kind of thing. Yeah, evidently, I've read that Biden is, forgetting his words and stumbling over his words in his speeches. I haven't watched any of his speeches, but yes, he is. I think he's, I'm not sure how old he is, but I think he might be too old. And whenever somebody starts having, issues like that, I think it might be time to, I think that guy that said that he should step down, I think that might be what he should do. Like, I didn't want to have to say that, but, like, you know what I'm saying? There's just certain time whenever, you have to just be like, either that or, like, he needs to try to find something to correct his memory loss, or whatever it is that's making him stumble over his words. I know there's been a lot of videos that have, they're like, Biden did this and Biden did that and Biden did this and Biden did that. And I haven't watched any of them because I'm not really that political of a person. Um, but yeah, but yeah. And Trump, he's, you know, got convictions against him about stuff, and they're saying that he's gonna go to jail, and or something. No, he got immunity. That's what it was. He got immunity. I forgot. Yeah, he got immunity. So immunity, he can't get in trouble for doing anything like that, which I'm sorry, but it's wrong. Like, I know that because these people are human too. If you start saying that, well, I'm above the law and I can't do anything wrong, I can do whatever I want and get away with it. That ain't right. Like, there are certain things that people shouldn't do. Like, for the most part, it's okay, but like, there are certain things that I think people just shouldn't do. Anyway, but I like Trump, but some of the things that I've heard him say that he wants to do for the country, I like. I'm not really sure. The only thing I've heard that what Biden wants to do, Biden wants to close the borders. I think that might be, I'm sorry to have to say this, but I think that might be a good idea. And I think Trump wants to do the same thing. I know that the Statue of Liberty says, give me your poor, give me your needy, something, 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 something. But how many years ago was that? Look at what's going on in the world. It's not like we're inviting these people in that are going to do good for our country, it seems like. It's what it seems like, anyway. That's just my personal opinion. With all this stuff going on, I think it would just be best if we just said, maybe temporarily, let's not let anybody into the country because, something bad might happen. I know that's an assumption and we shouldn't assume, but it's like, look at what all is going on in the country and outside of the country. On top of that, it's just, there's so much bad stuff going on in the world that, I don't blame them for wanting to shut the borders, at least temporarily or something, until, we can get a grip on our country and our people and what's going on in our country and, helping our people and stuff like that. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just a good idea. Anyway, at least temporarily. So, and then you got, which I didn't know, that RFK Jr. was running. Heck, I'd freaking vote for him. But, if I was gonna vote, which I haven't voted in years, I haven't voted since Clinton, and I voted for Clinton. um, but since he supposedly has a worm in his brain, or had a worm in his brain, and now he has a long-term memory loss and short-term memory loss, like, what's going on with everybody? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this really happening, or are they just making all this stuff up? I haven't seen any of the videos, so I'm not going to say, Like, I've only watched, like, one video of Trump, like, one or two, I think, in somebody else's videos. I haven't seen any videos of RFK Jr., and I haven't watched any of Biden. I guess I just didn't feel like I needed to watch any of the videos of Biden. But I think that we all know that he might be, you know, a little too old to run for president again. So, I think that might just be what the deal is, but I could be wrong. You know, who knows what's going on. Some people say that he's a clone, and which I could believe. You know, for some reason, I believe it. They came out with the movie I Cloned Tyrone, or somebody cloned Tyrone, or something like that. Why would they make a movie about that if they can't do it? Just wondering. You know, and I've seen, like, you know, people that have, they look exactly the same, except they're not the same person. You know, and it's like, I think the question that, one of the questions that we need to be asking about all of this is why. I think that might be a good question. Because once you find out the why, then we might be able to get into it deeper and find out what's really going on. What's really going on in this country and outside this country. What has happened to the world? You know, how long has this been going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, that's all I've got for you for this video. If you like this content, like this video, comment, feel free to comment, share, all that good stuff. I hope everybody has a good 4th of July. And don't forget to go out there and rainbow it. Fill the world with love, peace, grace, joy, charity. All the spirits. All the spirits? I've been watching too many ghost videos. All the fruits of the spirit. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good night, everybody, if you're going to bed or whatever you are doing. Latest.